Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and for this one we're going to be doing a bit of a recording, not during a stream, but a bit of a recording of World 3 being done on Tier 3, because we've unlocked that now after we hit a Trailblazer level 50. We unlocked doing a lot of other things, so for those who don't know, you unlock 4 new stages. You unlock World 3 and 4, you get T3, which is quite good. That's Jeppard at T3, and Svarog at T3, which is quite nice. Then you also unlock Kafka at T2, and then you also unlock Kokolia at T2. I'll probably end up doing Kokolia T2 on stream, but I thought because I have a bit of time and it is 2 o'clock in the morning, may as well just sit down and do Jeppard World 3 Tier 3. And I also kind of wanted to make a Jing Yuan showcase slash maybe a guide, if you want to call it a guide. I don't think it's going to be a guide. It's going to be a bit more of a showcase of just a bit of power from him and how he can perform. But yeah, we're going to do Jeppard. Now, Jing Yuan is not the best character for this. There are much better characters to achieve success on Jeppard specifically, but you know, it's fine. It'll be a fine matchup. You know, Jeppard is weak to lightning, physical and imaginary, so it's a pretty decent matchup. Now, my Jeppard, I'll do a little bit of a stat showcase as well, just to have a bit of fun and discussion about it, but we're going to run a Jing Yuan, Bronya, Sushang team with a Natasha for a bit of sustainability. Now, going into the actual character, the other characters are not overly important. My Natasha's like level 50, Sushang is 60, Bronya's 60, Jing Yuan is the only one that's 70 with a level 70 light cone. His signature light cone, whoop, one menu too far. Stats are 30 crit rate, 154 crit damage with 2700 attack, which is quite good. And that is the actual relics, the full sizzling set with inert cell Soto on the 2 inner pieces, which is pretty good. E0, which is the run is going to go pretty smoothly, I suspect, but we also have to get quite lucky. Now, for Jing Yuan specifically, it is recommended to run Elation. Elation is going to net you the highest possible damage with Jing Yuan, as, well, if you get a certain Elation cards, you can make all of his kit essentially deal Elation-based damage, which is follow-up damage, and then the actual Lightning Lord himself, which is actually classified as like follow-up damage, does a lot more. We're going to go for Curio here at the start. I think it's just fun to always go for a Curio. Some of them can be pretty interesting. We're not going to go for the Galactic Lotto ticket because I actually want a chance at success. So yeah, just going through the motions, Elation is the core card that you need. It's Elation, Elation, Elation. I wish it was anything other than that, but it really, that's all it is. It's just Elation, Elation, Elation. Now the game is quite loud here for my sensitive ears at this late evening. But yeah, it's nothing more than that. Now, if you do see some good, decent cards for the other trees, like Hunt or Destruction, there are some decent cards in there for those ones. Or even if you see a nice Remembrance card that, you know, gives you damage on Frozen and you have a nice way to freeze, those are good to take. Don't be afraid to take those. Elation is the must-have, but getting decent cards for other parts is good. See, we just got crit rate from the Hunt card, and now we get crit rate from the Elation card, and my Jing Yuan's follow-up attack has about now, on top of our 30 base, it has about, what is it, 60 crit rate now. So, you know, we're in a net positive on critting on our follow-up attack, which is quite good. And so, yeah, don't be afraid to take some, like, off cards that are decent cards, just as is, right? It's always good to go for just some random filler cards that are going to provide a nice bonus. But yeah, Jing Yuan does a lot of damage. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm not a liar, but my Jing Yuan does do a handful of damage with the bare minimum stuff that he has. Now, I will say this, I've invested in the man. I did do a lot of rolling, a lot of saving for him, so it's quite justified, but I also want to showcase that the character is quite strong and will probably persevere into a lot of future updates in the future. Yeah, he won't fall off, as a lot of people have claimed he will, you know. Jing Yuan, a lot of people have said that he'll just fall off the planet of the, you know, of Earth. I was gonna say planet of the Earth. No, he's not gonna fall off in any way, shape, or form. He may obviously lose a bit of value in the future, but that's mainly a content loss instead of an actual character loss. As we all know, these types of games require different types of characters for different types of situations, so that's the only way that he can actually lose value. Naturally speaking, of like getting power crept, it's very hard to power creep, specifically because the game is structured like Genshin. We're going to go for mainly combat domains. combat domains are usually just a much surefire way of getting certain things, and early on that's what I'd recommend. You can try to do occurrence doors and transaction doors a lot later in the run, but early on I'd 100% recommend just sticking with the battle or the combat doors, because they're just a lot safer, a lot more secure. We could actually whip out the ultimate to see how much damage it does. I'm kind of curious.
Show no mercy.
Yeah, 12,000 is right. Lightning Lord will finish it off as per usual.
Nap time.
We'll take a bit of damage here, that's alright. And go for it, Lightning Man. 33,000 and we got barely any buffs. Pretty good, pretty good. Going into it though. Defense increase, it's not that great, but the thing is we're just trying to get as many elation cards as possible so we can get a lot of the enhanced effects from the, essentially the bonus cards that you get per interval. Those are going to be a core feature. Mainly the one that gives us the sensory, adaptive sensory. I can't remember the actual name of the card, but that one's going to be a very, very important card for us once we get to it. It's not the first one that we take. The first one we do take is the frequency of our actual elation on use ability, but then we go for the sensory update or sensory whatever the hell it is. It's a debuff that it applies, and then after that I believe we go for the weird energy consumption, gives you more hits. I'm not quite sure how that card works, but then we go for that one at the end. Usually that nets me the best results, but then again there's a lot of factors that go into this, so who knows. But yeah, here we go. First elite. Hopefully it's a decent one for us, you know. And it's pretty good. And as per usual, when you're going into elites, just pop all the cards that you can, and then look for the best possible thing to start with. We're going to start off with Jing Yuan because lightning. We don't have very good elements for this, but it is what it is, right? You take what you can get.
I won't surrender.
We're going to just start off with a nifty Natasha heal. My guys are a bit low, specifically the Li Su Sheng there.
1,000 thanks.
I won't surrender.
So we're just going to keep it chill. A bit odd, but maybe we'll just use all of Li Su Sheng on one enemy just to get him down. Probably should have used this at the start, but hey, what are you going to do? Can't win them all.
Crush them.
Can't win them all. Pop this on Jing Yuan, use his ultimate. The order of your abilities should always be your ultimate first and then your skill. It nets you better results usually, as you'll be able to regen a bit. Pop this thing here, it does a bunch of damage. 8k, not a lot actually. I thought it was going to be much higher. Jing Yuan gets slapped, and then Lightning Lord comes in with a massive 53k. Now 53k, let me be real with you, 53k this early on in the run is quite impressive. Not to toot my own horn, but it is pretty good. Gotta go for that again, gotta go for another Jing Yuan, do it with that. And then we're just gonna finish him off. It's really just gonna be a simple procedure from now on. Very, very simple procedure. Baba Booey, and there we go, 31k. Very, very cool. Now here we are, great. We got pretty much the primary elation card that we need. Champion's Dinner, Cat's Cradle is, I would say, the most important one, and the reason for this is because your ultimate is considered a follow-up attack, thus all the follow-up damage boosting is applied to it, as well when you get the other two elation yellow cards, you'll be doing an incredibly large amount of damage with each ultimate and follow-up attack, so it's very powerful for any character that has a follow-up attack. Now, for these choices, the one that I was talking about is instant win. This one is just frequency of getting your resonance ability is what we're going to go for here. And then for this, a bit of a tough one. Let's just go for the dimension reduction dice. This one, choose whichever option you get. Obviously, this is RNG based, so choose the best option for your specific character or your build, or whatever you're running really, or whatever your options are. A lot of them are pretty good, but don't usually go for the ones that are a detriment. They are usually a detriment. We're going to go for a Curio again. Curios are very good. Increase the number of cosmic fragments received. I do like that one. Being able to buy more things at the end shop is very important, especially if you're going to be upgrading very, very specific trees. But anyway, we're on a good floor right now. This is the underground of Bellabog, which is usually very weak to lightning, so a very good position for us to be in.
A foregone conclusion. This thunder.
Chuck that in.
That'll take nap time.
You know, I probably should have just started with the Jing Yuan ultimate. I should just always start with this bad boy. Well, bam. Look at that, 43k. Kills that guy. Lightning Lord's got to come in with the Unga Bunga. Here it is. Yeah, 39. Not bad, not bad. Kind of expecting a bit more, but it is what it is. Elation, damage stacking, very good. And we're pretty much now guaranteed to win. And ironically, we've gotten a lot of relation cards in a row, so this, not to toot my own horn, a guaranteed win. Unless Japard just is now immortal.
Wanna see what I can
That's
do?
probably the only thing that could like mess us up, is if Japard for some reason
There's always a
literally
weakness.
became immortal.
Lend me your strength.
Which I wouldn't doubt with the level of his shield, with the power that his shield has. I wouldn't doubt that for some reason the man literally just can't die.
Naughty child. That's better.
But no, probably not, right? I highly unsuspect it. Highly unsuspected? Oh, that was a notification. Fair enough.
Dodge this.
I highly unsuspect it. Is it unsuspect
A
or
foregone
suspect?
conclusion.
I
Here,
can't remember.
This thunder.
I'm
You'll pay
I'm
for
not too
this.
familiar with this English language that I've spoken for like my whole life. Not too familiar.
That'll take more than medicine.
Do a quick
Just in
Natasha
time.
heal here.
Just a little something.
Make sure to bring a
Think
tank or a
nothing
healer is the big one.
Resistance
If
is
you're gonna run a
timely.
full DPS comp like I am myself here,
You're not going
you're
anywhere.
gonna probably need
There's oh,
the tank or healer, at least just one of them. You don't have to do both. Ooh, no thank you on either of those. And then this is where we enter a dilemma. Now, do we want more tankiness or do we want more damage? Now, we have 0 ways to freeze, so we're just going to go for the more HP. It's going to net out Natasha healing a bit more. And then this is where we have a decent option. We're going to go for a reset again. Hunt, Remembrance, initial speed at the start, makes our characters go faster at the very beginning. Very decent card. And that's all it is, though. It's very decent. Okay. Okay. Where are we at? I'm going to start off as regular as possible. Hit it with that
Follow my
one.
charge. Conflict.
Hit it with
is
this one.
pitiless.
And then chuck in the ultimate for a bit of, hey, why not?
Show no mercy.
Show no mercy indeed. 66,000. Again,
that'll take more
needs
than
to be a
nap
bit higher,
time.
but we're still very early on in the phase, so we're kind of good.
Lend me your strength.
Off Jing Yuan, uses skill, and then Lightning Lord does a bit of a finishing maneuver here with 52,000 without having any aftertaste damage, which is very good. Go for another relation card here, and we're going to go for... Now, Occurrence, be wary of these two cards. Not all red or orange doors are combat doors. Some are region encounters. Now, what does region encounter mean? For those who aren't 100% sure, it means that you're going to fight a boss, most likely, or at least it's going to be some sort of fight specifically targeted in the region that you are currently in. Now, we are in Underground Bellabog, so we're going to be encountering the mechs and little robot boys, so doing the region encounter is actually pretty good for us. Going in here, we'll be able to get a pretty good counter, as most of them are weak to lightning, and so we'll have a pretty decent time. But sometimes, if you have that option, it's maybe better to avoid it, because it usually can have a boss that you may not be able to counter if you are running, you know, if you're in Bellabog and you're running an ice team, there's a high chance that you may encounter a full frost resistant team, those ice guys or the ice little enemies. So be wary of that, the region encounter, because it usually targets the region. Now, we've got Elation and Hunt here. We're going to go for the double reward because I feel a bit lucky. And would you look at that, it's pretty good for me. Now, here we go.
We've
So we
entered
have
the
to chuck
storm.
this on just for a bit of
To guard and
safety.
defend.
We're just going
Crush
to
them.
use the Elation ability because it doesn't really matter.
I won't surrender. Dodge this.
And we're going to pray that Bronya is not attacked here. Bang.
You're
Gonna
not
do
going
that.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your
Chuck
strength.
that onto
There's
Mr.
no time to
Jing Yuan.
lose.
Use
Conflict
this.
is
His
pitiless.
ultimate gets used up there. Get his ultimate up.
Show no
Lightning
mercy.
Lord is going to be at how many stacks? 8. Very good. We're going to heal up Bronya.
Your assistance
Then the
is
two
timely.
guys will go. That's fine. Natasha getting hit is absolutely a-okay, even though she's very weak. Sushang also getting hit is absolutely fine as well. Then our Jing Yuan goes. He summons 2 ads apparently. Totally forgot that
Follow my
happens.
charge.
Jing Yuan goes. He
Here,
does his little
this
skill here,
thunder.
and then the Lightning Lord does his job. There's a solid 84,000 damage. Now, let me say, that's
You'll
not a
pay
lot of
for
damage.
this.
I think I would have liked it to be a bit higher, but seeing as we have no aftertaste damage, A-okay in my opinion, A-okay.
Lend me your strength.
That
There's
was
no
probably a
time to lose.
mistake. I did notice that I had 1 skill point, but oh well, what are you
Want
going
to
to
see
do?
what I can?
Just chunk this in, get a bit of damage going,
That's better.
and full
You're
heal
the
our
best.
team.
Just
with
a little something.
that.
Think nothing of it. Your assistance is timely.
We're in a pretty good position, but it could be a bit better. They're going to get a lot of damage off them here.
Was that it?
Not a great Okay, the position we're in is kind of okay. These guys can be quite lethal,
This
but you do need
battle
to
is
start.
unavoidable.
You need to start getting shield breaks off very quickly here.
Follow my charge.
We'll get one shield break here, and we won't get the lightning
No
lord,
more
or
playing
rather,
nice.
sorry, the ultimate hit, will we? Which is a bit unfortunate, but it's
Naughty child.
it's okay, I think.
Your
I think this is
assistance
fine.
timely.
Then we're gonna just chuck this in.
Time.
Just get the lightning lord
Show no
speed
mercy.
boost. Really, do you want to use all of Jing Yuan stuff as soon as humanly possible? The reason
There's
for this
always
is
a
because the
weakness.
faster, or you know, the sooner you use it, the sooner the lightning lord
There's no time
attacks,
to
and that's really all you want. Because I don't suspect, or I don't. How do I even word this? I don't. Sometimes I don't know how to speak. You know, I sometimes forget how to speak, which is kind of bad. I suspect that Jing Yuan will decimate here.
Here. This
So we use
thunder.
this skill, Jing Yuan attacks, and it'll be,
Let me through.
you know, it could have been better. It could have been better performance, but
You're not going anywhere.
that does not kill him. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. That would be preferable.
You'll pay for this.
Maybe do one of these ones. Use the elation ability. I don't know, get
Wanna see
a bit
what I
of
can
security in him, because I'm getting a bit anxious.
Take this.
Getting a bit anxious here. This is counted as follow-up attack damage, so we get a pretty decent amount of damage from it.
You're not going anywhere.
Kind of go through the
Conflict
motions.
is pitiless.
Time for a shot. That's
And yeah,
better.
I'm getting a bit
1,000
anxious because the
thanks.
fat guy is the much more lethal one, as we can tell by that ability. The fat robot is very, very lethal. But thankfully Lightning Lord is here to save the day. Jesus Christ, that was a bit scary there. That was a bit scary. But we end up getting it, and it's very good. Now, I will say that because we're playing against Mr. Geppard, and there's a bit of min-maxing that we can do here, that maybe turn efficiency is very good, so maybe going for turn advancement here is going to be very useful. This one here, the when characters defeat an enemy, regenerate energy equal to 6%. This one is, generally speaking, very good to progress through the simulated universe, but because with Jing Yuan, the primary danger zone is the actual bosses themselves, I wouldn't recommend going for this one. It is very enticing to get through a lot of the early stages, but going for some of these ones over here is going to be a little bit more value, and at the end of the turn, advance action forward by 8% is the one that we're going to go for. As for our elation choices, this one's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Just going to go for the damage boosting one. The refresh on your skill point, it's only really useful if you upgrade it, and I don't feel like upgrading one like that. We want to go for full damage. And now our second choice here, this is where we go for sensory pursuit. The last one we go for is the energy limit one. This one's very, very weird. For every 20% consumed, you deal one extra hit on something. I don't actually even know how it works 100%, so I just don't go for it really. I have just enough fun with Doomsday Carnival. The only thing with Doomsday Carnival that you have to be wary of is the fact that the timing is very, very tricky. You want to use sensory pursuit just before your follow-up attacks are gonna hit the enemy. Because sensory pursuit is each stack increases the damage received by follow-up attacks by a certain percentage, but it only is on the enemy for one turn. So if you use it before the enemy has their turn, then they have their turn, and then it drops off. So it's a bit of a kerfuffle to use. But usually if you see your Lightning Lord, if you're using Jing Yuan specifically, if you see your Lightning Lord about to attack, use it just before the turn where he attacks, and you'll be able to get some very decent value with the Lightning Lord himself. But anyway, that was that. Now onto the actual elite for this stage. I do fear that we may lose here, ladies and gentlemen. This may be a fail. Who knows? But we do have a Li Sushang here to deal physical damage, so we may be in a good position as well. We're going to start off, though, as per usual, with the Natasha heal.
Just a little something.
As
Nothing
per
of it.
usual.
1,000 thanks.
I won't surrender.
Now, because I know what this enemy is like, we're actually going to play this one very safely. And how we get to play safely is by not using our Jing Yuan ultimate straight away.
This battle is unavoidable.
We're not going to use it straight away. We're going to actually play it kind of conservatively. And we're going to just chuck in... I think I want to... Actually, no, weakness breaking is not going to be too big of an issue.
Here, this thunder.
I think we'll be
Time for a
absolutely
shot.
fine.
Don't your hands hurt?
Unless... listen, it's kind of
You'll
scary.
pay for this.
That's kind of scary, but we'll be able to weakness break right on this next turn with Li
Conflict is
Sushang.
pitiless.
Bang, bang. Very cool.
That'll take more than... Your assistance is
But
timely.
we are getting a bit low on HP, so
Here, this thunder.
it's still very scary. We could die at any moment. Who knows? We could very much die at any moment. I think he should summon his ads now. Yep. We're going to use the elation ability, and then we're going to use the follow-up attack damage here.
Show no mercy.
Or the ultimate, sorry, not the follow-up attack damage. Everyone is kind of low on HP. We're going to use the heal, and then we're going to heal with Natasha. Because, again, very, very scary situation. We don't have a lot of aftertaste damage, which ends up being a lot of your percentage damage in the future. So we don't have a lot of that, which is, again, a very scary situation. But Su Shang is carrying us right now. Su Shang is dealing a lot of toughness damage, and is very good right now. I love Su Shang in this game. She's very fun, very good, very useful.
Conflict is pitiless.
This battle is
I believe no one should die here unless he targets. Yep, we're good. Absolutely spiffy.
Follow my charge.
To use a good word.
Time for a shot.
We're going to go for the heal here, actually. I think it's safe to go for a heal here because we do have Su Shang having her turn coming up soon. So we can have her deal the weakness break.
Here, this thunder.
We're going to line a few things up here, use the skill, and then follow that with Bronya's ultimate, and then go into Jing Yuan's ultimate. Just for a bit of fluidity, if you will. Then Bronya still has her turn, use that on Jing Yuan. Bada bing, bada boom. Get Lightning Lord up to 10 stacks. Now he should summon these guys. We're going to use our Elation ability. Now he has a counter. Now this is where we have to be very careful. You do not want to hit him with the counter. He will kill your unit 100% guaranteed. So just kind of auto attack on some other things. Kind of spread your damage out because the Lightning Lord right now will take care of it. I could even heal here if I wanted to.
That's better.
Chuck that on, use the Natasha ultimate.
Just a little something.
Just when he has the counter up, just avoid attacking him. It's absolutely not worth it. And then Lightning Lord comes in and most likely finishes practically almost the whole thing. But he still has counter up, so this is a bit of a scary situation still to this moment. But there is a way that we can avoid this, and it's just by using Li Su Shang's ultimate. It should kill him, I hope. Very good, very good. If you can kill him, it's a fucker of a guy right there. Once he puts his shield up, if you hit it, the unit that is hitting it is practically dead. Now we've refreshed, didn't get a single good one. There was one good one on the previous page, but unfortunately, it's not quite there. So we're just gonna go with the abundance one. The abundance one heals, so it's fine. And then we have the choice of an Eidolon or the actual a 3-star. We're gonna go for the 3-star. We need the elation aftertaste damage. If we don't have the aftertaste damage, we will fail drastically because our damage, as we can tell, is not quite up to speed. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We're gonna go for another curio just for a bit of fun. More destructible objects is going to give us more money so we can upgrade more things at the end. And then we have an occurrence door. Now, occurrence doors again can be very iffy, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Just gonna see how it goes. And it's a decent one, I believe. I think this is good. Enhance 1 random 3-star abundance, no 2 random 2-star for elation. Yeah, we're gonna go for the elation one. Buff the elation so we get more action delaying and a chance to imprison. Very decent, very decent. And then for each enemy hit, more damage is dealt by a certain percentage. Very, very cool. Not overly great. I would have preferred Ran Mei, but it is what it is. And then we need to utilize this guaranteed 3-star, so we could go here and hopefully get an elation aftertaste. If we don't get an elation aftertaste, I fear we may struggle.
Want to see what I can do? You're not going anywhere. There's always a weakness.
And I fear we may be struggling.
Follow my charge. Here, this thunder.
Because as much damage as we can do baseline,
show no mercy.
It's still, you know, you do need a lot of it. 98k right there. That's pretty good, but you still do need a lot of damage. And we need a lot more damage.
A foregone conclusion. Conflict.
Chuck that in. Lightning Lord comes in with the big bang. 61k. Oh, and someone got imprisoned. Very useful.
Not each nap time. Dodge this!
There's no time to hear this thunder.
This battle.
Okay, there we go. And it is, in my opinion, the better aftertaste one. I do believe Slaughterhouse number 4, Rest in Peace, is the better elation card out of the 2 aftertaste damaging ones. So at least we got a bit lucky there. So cool, very cool. We may have a pretty decent chance at success here. Now this is Jeopard, right? Everyone needs to remember this. This is Jeopard, so if we end up failing here, it's because we didn't get lucky enough to get all the cards that I needed. And we just got a majority of them. Now, I did upgrade the 2 elation cards because, obviously, they're 2 elation cards. They're going to be incredibly powerful. After that, we can only really upgrade a few. We didn't get the discount, so we can't actually, you know, we don't have a lot of efficiency of money. I'm tempted to get the Abundance 3-star, but we're going to skip out on that one. Let's just get a skip out on it, because I think if we get this card right here, the higher scaling for percentage to card of elation value, we get 12% per card up to 9 cards, instead of 9% per card up to 6 cards. We get a lot more value here. So I think we can upgrade this one, and our elation damage should be absolutely through the roof. And with that, the final phase begins. The actual difficult game. And now for this, we're probably going to fail, right? Let's be real. Jeopard is an absolute cringe lord when it comes to being a fun boss fight. So the chances of failure are incredibly high. Incredibly high. So bear with me as we fail. Bear with me.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. You're not going anywhere.
He's gonna hit me. That's absolutely fine.
Lend me your strength.
And so we can see here that Japan is going to have a turn well before my Lightning Lord, I believe. So we're going to use this. It's going to bump him up to 9. And then we shall... Oh, I didn't even see how much damage that did. That would have been nice to see. I believe we can now use this. And then after Japan has his turn, we'll use our Elation ability like this. It should kill that little guy as well as apply Sensory Pursuit. Then we're going to jump in like this. And this should... kill him with 182,000 damage.
Stay focused.
Which is very good. Now, this may have been a bad usage of my little ultimate here. This may have been the little part that I accidentally clicked. But
in the name of preservation.
Okay, that wasn't great. That wasn't a great thing to do.
Troublesome.
Okay. Traveler.
There's no time to lose.
Traveler. I see you've gotten the Staff of Magnus for me. I'll be taking that.
Lend me your strength.
We're gonna redo this on Jing Yuan.
Follow my charge. Conflict.
Right, we're gonna go for a greed build here. A greed play. A bit of a greedy moment by me. 135k damage. Pretty good. We're gonna shield break you.
Let me through.
Now this may be the moment where I think Jeopard kills us. Unless we can really just kind of break his shield here. If we can delay him by a bit, maybe by doing this, and then, oh yeah, we're good, we're good. His shield's broken. Jing Yuan should, in fact, one-shot him. We're going to then just regen points because I didn't have Somnus Corpus, so that was actually a lot of damage lost there. I should have used my skill. If you do have Jing Yuan's Light Cone, always use his skill if you can. I just always forget about it because Somnus Corpus is a very, very powerful ability from his Light Cone here. 48% follow-up attack damage that we just lost there, so unfortunate. My apologies that I'm playing like an absolute idiot.
A decisive moment in the battle.
It is a decisive moment in the battle. We're actually going to use this on Natasha. Hopefully her to heal everyone or heal some people a bit.
Is timely.
Because we're getting a bit low. And then summons that.
That hurt.
Summons that goddamn shield.
Follow my charge.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
There's no time to lose.
This is not really a good thing. He's got his shield up.
You'll pay for this.
He's gonna go again.
Not a step closer.
Yep.
In the name of preservation.
No one's dead yet, but we bring out the Natasha.
Just a little something.
Hopefully this is a full heal here. Hopefully.
1,000 thanks.
Yeah, mostly a full heal. And then, because Natasha doesn't really do much damage, we still have to kind of attack because Jing Yuan is the damage dealer.
This battle is unavoidable.
Now with Jing Yuan with this, get the damage buff.
Conflict.
And we use his right click. And then this should be his death there. He revives.
On my command.
And then Lightning Lord
Stay
should
focused.
still deal a lot of
Time
damage
to
soon.
finish this.
Hopefully no one dies here. Lightning Lord is gonna... Oh, oh.
Naughty child.
Ooh. Okay. That was intense. And I was expecting higher results. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, this is a bit tough here. This is a
I've
bit
been
tough.
waiting a while.
I'm sorry, Natasha. You're gonna have to wait just a teensy bit more. If only my Natasha was level 60 with like a level 60 light cone, she'd be able to full heal anyone. I think I do want to heal here. I believe... let me just ponder this thought for just a mere moment. I don't think the greed play is the play here. I don't think it is. This is now the clincher, right? This is the clincher. Let's do the greed play. It is what it is.
Take this! Shape, rise, Venus!
The greed play is... Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. I should have went all in on Jeppard.
Dodge this!
Oh no, no, it's actually fine. Never mind.
There's always a weakness.
Is it fine? I don't think that's fine. Oh, I've messed up everything. Everything's now gone to shit. Because Jeppard will summon the shield. Lightning Lord is at 3 stacks. Alright, GG's. I believe this is in fact one of those GG moments, as we call them.
We've entered the storm.
Yeah.
To guard and defend.
This was just a throwaway ultimate. There was no chance that we're gonna... You're dead.
We must
Yeah. And then you're almost dead as well. He's gonna hit the ground with his
We're
hammer.
not done yet. In the
Here
name
it
of
comes. Everyone's
preservation.
dead. Yeah. Unless...
You're not going anywhere.
1,000 thanks.
Unless we can kind of like pop the shield. Here's the thing. If we are able to pop the shield, then we're absolutely fine. Right?
Follow my
58.
charge. Conflict is pitiless.
This is the big part of this now, is that we just need to be able to pop the shield. I don't think we're going to be able to pop the shield. If I'm to be a pessimist,
Time to finish.
we'll have to live, like,
This ends
Jing
here.
Yuan has to live through this. Okay, shield popping may occur here, and so we may actually
Show
win.
no mercy.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Now, that's the power of the Cloud Knights.
Now that's a powerhouse of a unit. Wow. The clutch play, really. That was the clutch play from Jing Yuan right there. Holy crap. And there you have it. That was Simulated Universe World 3, Difficulty 3 as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was, wow. So when in doubt, Jing Yuan.